Alright, Shalom Israel. Once again, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baal Hashem, Rakakwadash, forever and ever. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. Lord willing, this quick, brief lesson be edifying to the hopeful elect. And I will entitle this one, what is the meaning of this? Now, I'm not sure, brothers may have reported on this, may have came across this and reported on this. I haven't seen, any video on this, and so whether they did or they didn't, this is my first time coming across these what you call caper carts, right? Which I was I had to go out a little further than the town that I live in to handle some business out at Oakland, New Jersey. I didn't even know they had an Oakland in New Jersey. But anyways, I wound up handling the business I had to handle out there, and I had to go grab some groceries. And before I could go in, trying to find a cart, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so automatically I'm like, oh, this the chip, right? So I took a picture, and this is the scanning, or what it looks like inside the cart. And they have these scanners right here at the front of the cart, and then you can't see it, but kind of like in the back of the cart, but in front of these little kiosks, iPad looking like that, this little TV looking section right in front of there, like it's basically, so all around, like around the border of the rim of the cart is where they have these scanners, all right? And so I used it or whatever, and Lord willing, this will be the closest I ever get to experiencing making purchases with that micro C-hip technology, which the MOTB, which is the micro C-hip technology, hasn't been made mandatory. It's still, you still can use cash. America hasn't switched over to that full digital currency, which most people are using. These apps. I barely use cash. Just because that's the type of world that we live in now. A lot of even in the streets. Most transactions are handled digitally, and so more and more every single day that goes by, we're drawing closer to the day in which cash will be obsolete. It will be it won't be used. They already did away with they already stopped making pennies. I'm not sure if they did it with the nickel as well, but for sure pennies, right? And eventually it's gonna get up to the $100 bill, and cash is just gonna be totally unusable. So I figure I'd do a lesson on this, right? And so right, first of all, it says save time, save money with caper carts. Down at it says shop. Cart recognizes and weighs items instantly. So from experience, right, you choose your items, and as you're placing your items inside of the cart, you have to make sure the barcode you got to put it in a way to as though the scanners could scan the barcode. All right. If it doesn't scan the barcode and you put the item inside of the cart, it's going to weigh. You know, it's like it has a scale, built-in scale. It's going to sense that the weight. You know, you put something in there that hasn't been scanned, and so you just pick it up. You know, they'll give you the alert or whatever, and you just pick it up and make sure it gets placed in the right way. If you do scan something, if you put something in the cart properly, it's scanned, and you decide you don't want it, you just take it out, and automatically from it picking up the weight difference, it automatically takes the item. You can see all of this. You can see everything on this kiosk iPad looking thing. All right, and it says never miss a coupon. So this is one of the ways that they're going to promote the use of this technology, right? Save time, save money. All right, you saving money because automatically, instead of having to women, elderly women, right, more so, they don't mind sitting, making sure that they get the little newspapers and cut out the coupons or whatever, right, to save money. But men and modern women, they don't really be into that unless they been trained to do so, unless they see the wisdom and they have the patience to do that. But anyways, this helps you because every coupon that is available is made, you can see it. You don't have to cut out any coupons. You don't have to bring any papers or receipts, anything like that. They show you a list of coupons, and it's right there, easy to be accessed, which helps save money for sure. And then it says pay at the register faster, right? So first you had, at one point in time, you had to go through you had to wait in line, right, for someone else to check you out. And then eventually, right, probably like 15 years ago, probably a little less than that, they started doing self-checkout aisles. I don't know which one came first, self-checkout aisles or the creation and the implementation of that micro C-hip technology embedded in your debit or credit card. But either way, right, it's around, it wasn't too far apart. But so you went from having to wait in the line and a human being checking you out to machines being set up for you to self-checkout, right? Which usually, you just can't have a lot of items, and it usually you usually find yourself, you're usually able to get out of the grocery store faster when you go through the self-checkout aisle, if you know how to use it properly, right? But now you don't even have to do that. You scanning all your items as you're shopping, and right before you leave, you just pull up to an employee, right? This is ShopRite, so a ShopRite employee just basically confirmed the transaction, and I made the payment. But what that's going to turn into is you having that micro C-hip technology embedded in your body, whether it's your right hand or your forehead, right? That Neuralink technology Elon Musk is looking to perfect, right? You're gonna have that type of technology, or they want you to have that type of technology, and automatically all you have to do is walk out of the store with whatever you have in your cart, whatever has already been scanned, and then whatever the funds you have in your account, it comes out. Now, I'm not sure. And if you don't have the funds in your account, I'm sure they're going to have some type of system to where as though, it's probably be some type of security, or, they may even have a system where, you have a certain amount of debt, like a draft, right? Like on Chime, you have something called overdraft, right? Where you can they allow you, depending on how long you've been using it, and if you've been paying it back in a certain amount of time, right? They might start you off with $5-10, right? And what it is if you don't have enough money, they give you an extra $10 credit. I think mine's is like up to like $150 or something like that. I forget what they start you off, but basically, for example, they start you off for like $5-10, and the more you use it, the more it increases. The more you don't have enough money in your account, and you use the overdraft fee, and then you pay it back, right? The more and that's going, that all ties in with the social credit score and things like that. But anyways, they may have something like that to where as though you got some type of overdraft, right? Just in case you don't have the funds, and some type of way you gotta wind up paying it back. But this is the future. This is the future, all right. And it's just a matter of time before it's a full-blown digital society in which you will have no choice to either live off faith or conform to the image of the beast. All right. And so, right, real short, this is Revelation 13:16. And he, which is Esau, Edom, the nation of so-called white man, through America and all these other countries that are in rulership, that will come together, all right, under the plans of the elites, which are all devils, which is all only those who belong to the nation of so-called white man, right? The top banking families, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, right? So forth and so on. That's the he, and he, cause of all, right? America, Babylon the Great, right? And all these other nations that will come together in new world order, one world government, one world money system, one world religion, one world army. All right. That's the he, right? The whore that sat upon the beast, the whore being America, which is known as Babylon the Great, and the beast being NATO and the EU. All right. Them all being one, right? Different governments, but all together as one, and those nations also will come together with various other nations, all right, to establish the new world order, right? But the head nation of this union is the biblical Edomites, the nation of so-called white man, the devil in the flesh. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. It doesn't matter where you are in society, right? It don't matter if you don't have that much money, if you have a lot of money, right? It don't matter if you're the president, if you don't have a great reputation or you have no reputation. It don't matter if you locked up or you so-called free. It says, to receive a mark, which the word is charagma, all right, which is something that has to break into your skin, something that has to cut into your skin for you to receive this mark, right? It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, wherever it may be in your body, all right? And this mark is identified as the microchip technology by the apostles, bishops, by the head apostle Tahar of Great Millstone, all right, and as well as all the other apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and all of the prophets, the men of the Lord, who learn and teach the same exact thing. Verse 17 says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. So the only way you will be able to make any type of business transactions, all right, the only way you will be able to go inside of any store, whether it's a clothing store, grocery store, hardware store, and come out with anything, all right, they might even have it to where as though if you don't have that microchip, you probably won't be able to go into the store, So anyways, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding, which only the elect are going to have the understanding to the point of not allowing themselves to be microchipped, all right, or the only ones, right, should I say, the only ones the Lord will allow to have the understanding to the point where he's going to protect them, allow them to be protected spiritually from receiving that microchip, all right, because it's a it's an easy thing. It'll be an easy thing for for four men to strap you down to a chair and force you to receive it. But the Lord, if you part of the elect, the Lord will not allow that to happen. All right, and so yeah, it says let him that have understanding, which is the elect, count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. So the elect, all right, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, beginning with the elders and apostles and bishops of Salakia. The 1/3 of the nation of Israel, beginning with the 144,000, which are all prophets, all right, have the full understanding of what this prophecy is, all right. It's been identified, and they know all about it, all right. And they know enough to know that on each device, on each microchip, there's an embargo code, all right, in which the number of Esau, Edom, the devil in the flesh, which is 666, all right, is a part of the embargo code. But anyways, so that's what the world is leading to. That's what they're looking to promote, all right, with those caper carts. Just one of the things, right, of the multiple things that they will be using to push that microchip or digital currency mentality on the people, all right, because anyways, this is Revelation 14 and 9. It says, and the third, right, it says doom for worshipers of the beast, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, all right, which the image of the beast, the beast being this system, this society that will push that microchip technology, and the image is the New World Order, is the New World Order. All right, the one world government, one world army, one world money system. All right, the reason for them making the microchip technology mandatory. All right, if any man worship the beast by receiving that microchip, all right, and his image, you're conforming to the image of the beast by receiving that microchip. It says, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, which means for a very long time. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So this is the consequences of receiving that microchip technology. All right, no matter how well they package it, all right, no matter how enticing it may be, there will be no excuses. If you receive that microchip technology, all right, you have allowed yourself to receive the mark of this beast-like system, all right, and the consequences is to be deleted by way of thermonuclear missile fire, all right, which is how World War III will end, all right, which is ultimately going to be the day of the Lord's judgment, all right, the day in which the whole planet will be judged for their sins and wickedness, all right. Receiving that microchip is a guarantee to be destroyed in the day of the Lord's judgment by thermonuclear fire, in which America will totally be in 100% of America will be wiped off of the face of the earth by nuclear blast. So I'll show it again, right? Capers save time, save money with caper carts, right? And this is a better view of how it works, right? And yeah, so the title, you know, if if the MOTB is not the microchip technology, all right, which only a false prophet will teach, right? Then what is the meaning of this? What is the purpose? What is the purpose of this, right? What is the world leading to with all of this with this cashless, right? Cashless transactions, Salakia. What is the purpose of them looking to make everything cashless, with them looking to have you using no cash, and everything basically being, you know, all of these, everything that you're using now requires your hand going back and forth. You know, it's the scanning. When you can't scan anything without this cart won't scan anything without you putting your hand, you know, basically into the cart, right? You can't make a transaction digitally without using your hand to do the same motion, right? That you're using with your hand when you put it in the cart, or the same motion that you're using to open up to gain access to an elevator in your apartment building that you can't access the elevator without using a key fob, or get inside of the gate with a key fob. All right. Same thing with your car door. You know, All you got to do is reach your hand out and basically pull on the door. All right? So the question is rhetorical. What is the meaning of this? Which is the meaning, is these are all the steps leading towards them making that micro C-hip technology mandatory. They trying to push it on you mentally before they come out and basically tell you that you don't have no choice but to receive it. They try to ease it on you. So Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of great millstone. Citations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.